Imagine you are holding a canned drink, a packaged biscuit. Before you consume it, you might want to turn it around to look at the label. That label tell you what is inside, the amount of calories, the amount of sugar. That label is the nutritional value, and that nutritional value is what is the data dictionary to a data set. So the data dictionary is what tells you what is inside a data set. When you open a new spreadsheet, you might see columns with confusing name. You might see unit price. You might see transaction ID, and people will be left to guess what this represents. So a data dictionary take away that guessing. Work with me as I show you how to make a clear and simple data dictionary for your data set. This is our data. The first thing I'll be doing is the data dictionary, as explained earlier. So to do data dictionary, I'll go here. I'll get the data is already here, right? The data is already here, so I'll get data from table or range. It will load into Power Query editor. I'm going to select the full range. So I've selected the full range, then okay. Alright, so this is our data, 10 columns, 75 rows. This is Power Query. So view. So under view, you will see this advanced editor. When you click on advanced editor, what you see right here, just copy it, copy everything. Right. Then go to your Google Gemini, any AI you are using. But I'm using Gemini for the purpose of this. So when I click here, so this, what I copy now is like a code, your data sets, information about your data set and everything. This is it. So to make it things simple, I will just say this is Gemini. I'll say extract, paste the code here, and then I'll say extract data type definition from my Power Query code. So I can set up, so I can use it to set up Excel column correctly. If you notice, I did not come to Gemini to come and say it should generate data dictionary for me. I went to my Power Query and copied the code just for it to be easy. That's why I'm just extracting the information I needed. So here is it. Yes, so this is what we need for the data dictionary. So I can export it to Sheets, but I'll just copy it as table, and then I'll come back here. So this place, I will leave this place now, but I'm going to keep because I will still need it when I'm doing the data cleaning. So I'll come to my data dictionary. I already created a sheet for it, and then I'll just paste. So just paste it. Let me make this place, let's say, let me make it white, then I'll fill it with black. Yes. So this is my data dictionary. The transaction ID, the data type is text, the date is text. I see many of you, right? You were having issue with this date, right? What you should have done is to change the data type. I was seeing the conversation on the group. I purposely did not talk. So what you're supposed to do for this date is to change it from text to dates, right? So I intentionally left it there to confuse. So another thing you can add to your data dictionary is example of what is inside. So let's say I copy here. I'll just say I'll remove this. Then I'll put example value. So what I will put here now is when I come back here, right? So example value, that means from this place now, under name now, example of name now is Chidi. So I'll just copy it and okay, that's for the seller name. So we'll start here from here. Okay, let me still go back here. The seller name example is Chidi Eze. Then for the transaction type, so that when someone look at your data set, they can tell that, okay, this is the date. I'm copying only for the first column. You can use any column you like for it. You can use any column. Product, tomato. So that if anybody is looking at your data dictionary, even before they go deep, they already have idea of what is inside. Okay, seller name. Who is a seller? What's this one? Product. We can have different type of product. It can be skincare, it can be anything. So as you have specified now, the type of product that is being sold in the market, the particular market, make it more easier for people to, non-technical people to understand. Market location, example is Nyanyam market. Then the payment method, so let's say cash. Then the status, completed. Yeah, that is that. So Yeah, so this is a data dictionary. If you want to go extra mile, you can add notes. You can add notes to this place. You can add notes to it. So this is just what a simple data dictionary look like. So this place too, now you can decide to change the column, right? You can just change it to data type. Data type. Mm, 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 mm. So for this data type now is in text, but ideally, if you want to, for example, now if you want to do a time series, you are supposed to change it to either a short date or a long date. The reason why it's saying recommended Excel format text is because if you are not doing analysis with it, you leave it at text. But best, if you want to do analysis, you will leave your date format in text. Sorry, in date format, either a short date or a long date. So this quantity also, you see now, the type now is in ints, right? So the recommended format should be whole number, right? This one now is in unit. This unit price now is in number presently, but it should be in currency or accounting, because you can have, if you leave it in normal number, right, you can just have, you can have 200 as quantity and also have 200 as price. So how do people differentiate them? So that's why present is, because this is a dirty data, right? So is in the type now is number. So you are the one in your data cleaning process, you will change this number, you will change it to currency, right? So another thing, one thing again that data cleaning will help you with is, if you do that data dictionary will help you with, if you do a data dictionary, it helps you to see what you need to clean, especially when it comes to data type. It help you to know what you need to do. So that's just that about this. I'm trying to format this, but maybe when I post the whole work, I will do a formatting for that.